Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first live stream. Now, I'm not showing my face just yet, but we want to build up for that anticipation. So right now, I'm going to be pretty much focusing on you guys and answering questions right now. This is not my first time streaming, Armin, um, or Khan. I have a hard time pronouncing names, so please forgive me if I butcher it. I actually used to stream 4 years ago, but my system got fried. I actually used to stream Call of Duty Zombies. But this is my first time streaming Warpath, and I've been an avid creator for Warpath. I don't know about that, real cowboy. I'm actually kind of fugly, so that's why you guys have never seen my actual face before, you know. So this today's stream is all about you guys getting to know me and what you guys want to see in the live streams, so that way I can better provide for you guys for the value. All right, there will be never be subscriber only chats. There will never I'm never going to be pushing marketing or anything like that. So it's all for there. And yes, when I say content related for the live streams, you guys come on, keep it Warpath, okay, or other games, okay. All right. So, without further ado, I guess I can show my face. Seeing we're already 2 minutes in, and here we are. This is Fubar. How you guys doing? It's nice to see you guys. How you doing? I'm still, getting used to being in front of the microphone again. And it took me a very long time to develop my setup. Thank you. I want to thank some individuals within my community who have helped contribute to this setup. For example, Deagle, he helped me get this chair that I'm sitting in right now, which is awesome because it helps my back because I have back injuries. I actually have 3 crushed discs. But yeah, this is Fubar, and it's nice to see you guys. Ghost from XLF. I look like your brother. Really, cowboy? That's interesting. Well, believe it or not, my beard used to be a lot longer. It used to come down to like right about here, to be honest. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. But we trimmed it down so that way the missus couldn't like actually see my face somewhat. Hey, Swim Shady. Hey, David. What's good, Ghost? So right now I'm gonna actually move my chat over a little bit here and just make things a little bit clean. Um, I do also have it set up to show my base as well, guys. Give you guys a little bit of a walkthrough. Oh wait, I am bald. What are you talking about? I am bald. I am bald. What are you talking about? No, this is not 9 line. This is not 9 line. This is actually grunt style. Oh, well, I don't have HOF yet. And I just dropped something and I don't know where it is. Anyway, but yeah. I apologize for the bags under my eyes, but it is what it is. So, a little bit about me, guys. I am a Warhammer 40k fanatic. I just got into the lore. I have not started assembling figurines. I actually am also a Assassin's Creed fan. You're good, Swim Shady. Oh, grunt style advertisement. No, it's actually in my area of the country that I live in. It's actually very hard, I find, to find masculine clothing that is not winter related. I mean, like everyone can wear flannels all day long. Hey, what's up, Smoking Cheddar? But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But what I was gonna say is that I'm also a Warhammer 40k fan, anime fan, manga fan, and you guys already know that I am a huge World War II and modern military enthusiast. I am a veteran. I did serve in the United States military, and yes, I'm probably the only content creator we have on YouTube for Warpath that is covered in tattoos. So yeah, And of course, I'm drinking the NOS like I was saying earlier. What are your thoughts on Mag and Deathwish back and forth? Um, Pretty much, I think it was Deathwish kind of tooting his horn. To be honest, I think it was him tooting his horn, saying, "Look at me, look at me, look at me," and I think Mag kind of shut him down real quick because he literally posted a video of how to move two fighters at once on two different accounts. It wasn't really that difficult to prove. Now, do I think both alliances in general were in the wrong? Yes, because base activation should not be a thing, but it is a thing. But both sides had accounts that were supposedly banned, so let's leave it at that. It's just, I was United States Army Infantry. I was stationed with the 25th, and I was in Honolulu, Hawaii. The Angry Pineapple, as some people like to call it. But, yeah. Now, let me just actually move this over for a second here, and that way I can actually start showing you guys some of my base real quick and bring my face camera right here. Ta-da! So, couple new things have been changed since we've did the last update. For one, I managed to get enough, oh, wrong area, my bad. I actually managed to get enough of the museum coupons for the base effect of the particle X destruction, which you cannot see because my camera is blocking it. But I do have one of them now, and I'm saving up for the other two. Yep, I was 11 Bravo. Thank you for your cervix or service. Hey, Kraken, what's good? It's nice to see you guys. But yeah, so pretty much, another thing about me, guys, is that I've been trying to encourage every person who wants to create content. Hey, Tanker, what's good, Adam? I'm glad to see you, buddy. But I've also been trying to encourage everyone who wants to make content on Warpath to actually pursue it, because everyone has a unique take to the game. All your thoughts are valid. So just trying to get that little bit of push under your belts will definitely help you. My story on how I started making content, and Tanker can tell you this, I started on S29. I had a little bit of knowledge under my belt because I was playing from beta, and then so my stream setup died. I ended up going and diving right into S22, and I actually started learning the game because I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't really care, and I started playing that, and I ended up leaving S22 for some personal matters. And one of my friends, Spicy Tuna, which I did an account video for because he left the game, came with me to S29, and I ended up starting to help players there who I became friends with because they were getting frustrated with the game, and I didn't want them to leave the game. So, yeah, they are. Oh, thank you, Brethany. Thank you for the congratulations. Thank you, bud. Hello, Ivan. It's nice to see you guys. Anyway, but so a lot of my friends were getting frustrated with the game, and I started teaching them how to play the game, and I started helping more and more people throughout the server, and then I ended up running a private chat in the game, which I can actually show you right here. We still got it up and running, and you can see it, someone called it Professor Fubar's class. Lurid PR. I will start making content, but I want Lady Liberty. Yes, I want Lady Liberty too, but she's on the back burner for me. Are you good with Kona? Kona. What do you mean by Kona? Yes, I am good now. I am good now. But anyway, so like I was saying, I ended up creating this chat room to help everyone else, and then one day someone said, "Hey man, why don't you just put your video, your knowledge up on YouTube, so you can stop repeating yourself and actually enjoy yourself?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know how to do that. I don't have a phone." And he literally walked me through the steps on how to do it, and then I started doing that. And then like my alliance members joined, and some server members joined, and then I started just sharing my vid content out there in the Facebook groups, and then it just started blowing up. And then I got contacted by the old community manager for Warpath, Kevin, and everything just went from there. Yes, I am good with Scopes. Scopes is actually a great content creator. I helped him encourage him to do it because he actually Scopes actually is an insanely talented Call of Duty player. I mean, insanely talented, and I will say that on the record, he's insanely talented. And he wasn't sure about starting out, and I said, "Hey, man, make the push, make the push." And now he's surpassed me. I'm not in competition with anybody. Um, we are all kings here, and everyone can grow at their own rate. It's about enjoying the ride and staying humble and helping everyone around you. So that's where I stand. Well, you got your own opinion, man. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but he does have an impressive kill count. Yo, what's good? Long time no see. It's good to see you too, man. I actually need to get with you, Z6, after the stream. So make sure you reach out to me on Discord, okay, bud? And speaking of L4s, I'm actually excited for Rome. Rome is one of my favorite maps. My top favorite maps right now is actually Moscow, New York, and then Rome. So I'm excited for it. I've been purposely working on a bomber pairing for this L4 event, and I am excited. I want to be playing with that Liberty bomber again. That was a ton of fun for me. I mean, it's already kind of devastating as it is, but right now where I'm at is I need to actually finish up Lone Eagle. I'm at like 375 statues away from awakening him, and yeah, it's going good. So, but as far as my growth though, that's a new thing there, and we are almost done with my Martyr infantry being swapped out to 7.2. So that's one thing that's going to be done. I'm going to be swapping out my Liberty, and the final setup we've chosen to go with is 7.2, well, modern Martyr infantry and a Martyr fighter. Hey Sam, what's good, man? Welcome to the channel. Oh man, just so you guys know, we're going to be running this for a stream for another hour and 45 minutes. I keep my stream short. Now, I want to know right now what you guys think of this. Would you guys like to see classroom chats where I'm actually teaching you guys tips and tricks in Warpath and answering questions, so you guys got live direct help with things in the future? Because I plan on streaming twice a week. And I also was wondering what other kinds of content you guys want to see on the live streams. Also, another fun fact about me, guys, I do not script my videos, so therefore it's a lot harder for me to actually make my videos because my thoughts sometimes can get conjumbled up. And that is one thing that is a current thing. Another fun fact about Fubar is I'm actually a disabled veteran. I suffer from PTSD, depression, and hyper anxiety. And also, I have, like I said, 3 crushed discs in my lower back. And, I have some other bodily issues as well, with mostly nerve ending damage and stuff like that. Oh, man. But yeah, we're doing pretty good. My goal right now with my Liberty units is I'm actually preparing for Navy, because I know it's coming, but we don't know how the units are going to be built. So I'm just going to prepare 2 7.1 units and 6 6.5 units just to be good for each category, like I'm working on right here with my Vanguard, and I'm filling in my gaps for the reverse engineering, so that way if I ever need a unit, I can just quickly drop a unit, pick up a unit. And that's what I want to do, is to be the most flexible. Would be good to have one stream as tips and tricks and the other one whatever you want to do. Hey, yeah, man. I like having community day. I was thinking about doing a community day stream and a teaching stream. I need an answer to a question that even Kona didn't answer. What is the best pairing for a balanced MB? Right now, Ivan, I actually think the best pairing right now for MBT, if you're talking about balance, means one protection officer and one offensive officer. Madam Havoc and Uncle right now, I think would be an insane pairing right now. Because you got to think, there's 5 MBTs in a group. So when with her awakened skill, she'll stack 10 after 2 shots, and after that 2 shots, automatically the awakened skill will go right off. Well, if you don't betray us, I don't know if the boys would trust you. Okay. Hyde, I'm working lawn maintenance, listening to while working. You're good, Mr. Hyde. I just appreciate you being here and hanging out. What's up, good? Hey, Kobe, what's good? How's it going, man? Yeah, even Smoking Cheddar is also friggin' awesome. If you guys haven't, check out Smoking Cheddar. He actually does really good in-depth guides, and it also explains it pretty damn well. But my way of thinking with officer pairings and everything is completely different from other people. For example, with my Vanguard Bomber, a lot of people like to max out damage, but I max out for survivability and damage. So running Rising Star and Lone Eagle, you're getting that rapid bombing, and especially if you're targeting arty units, you're going to be hit, run, hit, run. Yeah, community day would be whatever you guys want to do within the stream, meaning like if you guys want to play Warpath and talk about Warpath, we could do that and everything else. Hey man, what officer pairing would you recommend for Lady Liberty? Also, what skills would you put on her? That is awesome. I would actually put Eye of Providence if I was sieging bases, but if I'm going into a field battle, I would actually do Red Heat with her if you're going to be that pay to win, or I would run Argent Flame with Lady Liberty just in the back, because Argent Flame just does an insane amount of damage. And the skills I would actually put on there is I would actually do damage intensity. I would stack damage intensity and then 2 balance skills that increase damage and damage resist. And that would be what I would do, Amit. I mean, that would be insane. And if you really, really want to put on a special skill, I would go with Eye of Providence second skill, his special skill there. That would be right there. And also, just so you guys know, I will be dropping a Ground Force skill tab guide in the next few days. I'm just trying to narrow the video down because it was actually like 2 hours long, and I'm trying to get it down to a reasonable length. And it's nice to it's nice to see you doing good. It's good to see you too, Kobe. I hope you've been having fun traveling the country, bud. Hey, sup? I don't play anymore, but I love to watch your videos. I played with you on S29 and Night and a few other alliances. Jeff's Gaming, man, I'm glad to see you here. Hey, 44, what's good? So, yeah. Oh, man. Getting those necks cracked. But yeah, man, I mean, Jeff, I wish you'd come back. Hey, Legion, what's good, buddy? But yeah, right now, like I was saying before, with how I run my bomber, it's about survivability. Thank you for the love, Angel. Thank you. Hey, I always try to responding. Hey, Deagle, what's good, buddy? Hey, Lil B. So, like I was saying with my Vanguard Bomber, I like to play for survivability. So the more rapid the faster I bomb the artillery and get the hell out of dodge, the better. And that is pretty good. And I also stack the skill tabs to maximize the damage resist I have coming in. Hey, Iceman, and you're good, Lil B. Oh man, just trying to stretch out right now. Hey, King Char, what's good? So, now for my the one incomplete fighter. I said I was going to go with a Martyr fighter. The reason why is because I have 2 Gold Plus parts for a Martyr fighter. One of them currently is on my Vanguard fighter plane, and I got a Gold Plus part to replace that as well. So right now what we're going for is just to min-max everything and then move up to 8.2, then 9.0, and keep going there. That's how I'm doing my base right now, because I'm enjoying it. Nice, Kobe. I hope you enjoy it. I know you, King Char, and Lil B, I know you guys are all newer players. Any option that isn't Uncle Thorn is also not available. For the MBT, I would actually, you could do Steel Fighter. You could also possibly, potentially even run Whipcracker, because she is a defensive officer. She does provide a small shield, and it's all about buying those times. It's always good to put a face to the voice. It's good tips and tricks as well as good advice. Thank you, Iceman. Now, another video I want to do in the near future is maybe possibly with 44 mag if you want. Thanks, Brett. I appreciate that, bud. Another thing I want to do with possibly 44 mag if he wants to hop in on it. I want to do a light spender's guide to actually doing the legendary showroom. That way you can spend the least amount of money, but you feel like you're making progress to your skin sets. Because I actually need to start doing that myself, and I think that would really help the Warpath community. And I think I got a good idea how to do that now. Yeah, you can run Steel, or you can even potentially run Svalin or also Whipcracker. Hey, thank you, Mr. Hyde. I appreciate that support. Thank you so much, man. Right there. There's the heart. And smoking cheddar says the same thing. Steel's a good option, but smoking cheddar. Yeah, when you and me actually had conflicting results. See, you had it when the shield fell off, and then it was her getting prioritized. What I had the 500 shield coefficient, then it dropped to the 1,000 right there. And the difference was if the 500 shield coefficient wasn't killed within a second, right, you wouldn't notice it. So if it lasted for over 3 or 4 seconds, it was that little time individual splat there. Because I actually went to the devs and asked them about that because of this conflicting information you and me actually came up with, and they said it does stack. Oh, thank you, Ghost, for reminding them to click like. Well, what do you define as a light, medium, and heavy spender? Each person's definition is vastly different. That is a very good point, Legion. For me, a light spender is someone who spends under $100 a month, and then a medium spender is someone who spends between $100 and $500, and then a heavy spender is someone who's going to be dropping well over $1,000 a month. That is my give or take there, because I feel if I were to spend right now, right, I can tell you where I would spend everything right now. So I would spend $35 on Legendary Showroom. I would spend probably $10 on Arms Deal, and that would be about it, to be honest, because I don't really need anything else per month. This right here I feel is a scam. It's not really worth it. You're only getting one ticket for $10 a day for 31 days. It's not going to really speed up anything. So yeah, I would honestly, that's where I would place it, because if you can play it smart to your advantage. Oh, also I would buy Battle Pass, because Battle Pass is overpowered with how much you get in rewards, and maybe other events that have Battle Pass in it I would also spend there too, but that's about it. All right, Iceman, we got some good tips and advice for wrenches. Okay, so I was actually waiting on that video for you, Iceman. I got you right now. Let's talk about those right now. If you class light anything below 250 a month, medium is up to 1K, and heavy is anything over that. That's actually a very good point, Legion. Now, back to, I would not do Masons, even though Masons offers a higher value. With me being spending on a budget, I can do. The primary reason why I'm buying Arms Deal is for the extra research queue. It's not the extra rewards there, because if you really need to get, like, say, gold or city contribution badges, you can actually do that very easily, just paying attention and hoarding your stuff and then doing it at the right times. For example, there was another YouTuber who fell off. He was a part of S22 Top, and he would rack in like 20 to 30, almost 30K gold a day, just doing the jurisdiction event and maxing out Arms Deal and battle honors. But back to wrenches, okay? So the top ways you get wrenches is going to be through conversion store. You can buy them right here. You only need roughly 3,500 wrenches there. You can get them in VIP. You can get 2 there. You get the free to play ones, and then you can buy 2, and that's where I spend. I get the 500 for 1,200, and then I also get the 1,000 for 1,800 gold right here. Oh, you can't see. I gotta scroll down. Yeah, right there. So as you can see right there, that's where I buy most of my wrenches. You can also find them in the arena. You can find them also sometimes in the black market, where you can scroll down and sometimes you'll see it right there, but it's not always there. It's very rare, and it's usually like in groups of 200 to 300 wrenches at a time. So that's where I primarily get all my wrenches. And when you're in also L4 events, you can also capitalize on buying wrenches that way as well, and you can get all 100 there and pretty much get everything there. Thank you, Brethany, for advertising for me with a like and share. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And another way you can also get wrenches, other than buying them, is also capitalizing on the Distract and Destroy event. That's a very big deal right there. I hope that answers your question right there. Because right now, I'll paint a picture for you guys right now. Right now, all these units right here that are 8.1, they're all maxed out in Legacy wrenches. All completely maxed. As you can see right here, 100. This unit right here is 40 out of 40. This unit is 35 out of 40 right here. And yes, I broke down 2 parts because I'm not very grown rebuilding the Martyr MBT, so I don't need them. It's absolutely the worst unit in the game. And this one right here is just sitting at 0-0, but it's maxed in Legacy. And again, my helicopter is at 100 as well. Now let me catch up. What's your unit setup and power? Right now, my unit setup is actually, right now, I'm set up for base defense and field support. So right now, as you can see right here, my setup is this right here. And this is the best I can run at the moment, but I'm working on improving that right there. So my current power is 235 million, and it's going to be changing over the next L4. I'm going to be dropping the Martyr MBT for a Liberty Howitzer, and if I can finish my Martyr infantry in time, I'll be swapping out my Liberty infantry for the Martyr infantry, and then the next L4 I will be reverse engineering and completing a Martyr fighter to go in here. As you can see right here, I'm almost getting there to getting up to my 3rd unit towards being modern. As you can see, I still need to farm about 39 more Air Force refined components, which I can do simply by finishing the battle pass. That's 1 right there, and then getting the rest from L4 events, and also capitalizing on the wall builder event. All right, back to that. For $49.99. You get 186k gold. That's an insanely good deal, and contribution coins on top of that. You are correct, Legion, but you have to have the financial freedom to spend that. If you do not, we're looking for the cheapest way possible, so that way you can afford that. You are completely correct. It is a great deal, but not everyone can afford to spend $50 a month on that. Their spending limit may be 35 or anything like that. For me personally, I can't spend more. I don't usually spend more than $35 a month. That's because I have my family to support, and that comes first. So I have to take care of them, and then whatever I got left over, I can use it on myself. I see. I've been spending on Masons for coupons at Tech Q, Showdown in Arms. I feel like I can't save up enough for. Yeah, you need to just take your time and learn those ropes. You're going to get through that. Right now, you want to save your coupons to open up on Thursdays, unless you're OCD like me, which you don't keep any coupons. And yeah, it's pretty bad. How many Air Force components are needed for 9.0? Well, let's find out, shall we? We'll do it together. Because I know I can get a 9.0 unit. I'll just reset a few units and go right through that. Not that big of a deal. I don't know why I just run trained that fighter plane. We'll just go like this. Right now, we're at 52. Well, actually, we can reach. We'll just do that. Now we're going to reset everything and just get it going. How much refined components needed to max a 8.1? 52. 52 refined components for an 8.1. I can tell you that right off the bat. So right now we're just going to reset everything right here and max it all out. There we go. Here we are. Okay. So Wednesdays for research and Thursdays are for coupons. Is all about I'm consistent with. Mondays is also for resources, and you want to focus on that. And you just got to try being as consistent as you're possible, really able to. Well, you're not stagnating. We all go through that point. There's a point in time where you're always going to feel like you're stagnating, but you just got to cross that threshold. Once you get past that threshold, you're going to start gaining power like crazy, and you're going to start building like crazy, and you're going to start gaining strength like crazy. And that's the big thing, because I felt like my stagnation point was right when I hit 100 million, and then when I hit initially 200 million power, that's where I felt I hit stagnation. So we're going to max this out right here. Just get that out of the way. Going to get the modifications done. Go over to parts. Equip that. Equip this. Because I'm actually curious what my power would be. We'll put that on. For now, we'll put that on. And put that on. Okay. Prototypes. We'll go over. So right now we're figuring out how many refined components is needed for 9.0, and we're gonna go from there. Okay, quick enhance. So 24 for 8.0 to 8.1. Next is going to be 28. So I can assume it's going to be 32 to just get there. But the question is, how much is it going to cost to max out a 9.0? So as you can see, 28 right here. No, you are right, Mr. Hyde. I ain't saying you're wrong. Legion is completely right. But what I'm saying is, if you can't afford it and it's not in your budget, you can't do it. because you need to take care of yourself first. This is a game at the end of the day. And some people get really highly competitive about it, and then you forgetting that it's a game and it becomes a part of your life, and that's an addiction, and that's not healthy. So you need to be able to be comfortable with what you get. Yes, $50 for all that is an insanely good deal, but if you can't afford it, you just can't afford it. So right now, okay, to 9.0, it's going to take us 40 to go to 9.0. Legion, whenever you hit a threshold of like 1, 2, 3, and 400M, it feels like you're stagnating. When I hit 500M, I felt like I was stagnating, but I'm going up about 5 million a week now, roughly. Jesus, Legion. Legion, what's your walls at, by the way? Yes, you could, Mr. Hyde, or you could save it up for also buying Air Force refined components and the slot machine and the slot casino slot event, which 44 Mag had pointed out. Also, you can also go and invest into your VIP level. You can do the Lucky Wheel event. There's so many things you can do with your gold. There's no really wrong way to spend your gold unless you're constantly resetting units like I am. Yes, I am in restricted. And let's see what's the quick enhance. So to go up to 9.1, you need 52. Right now, I'm like almost at the halfway point. Nice, Legion. Nice. Yeah, my goal right now is to get my walls all up to 100 and then keep going. Very nice, Legion. That is insane. 1.99 billion, yeah. If you guys haven't seen Legion setup, man, I promise this man I'm going to do a base account review with him in the near future, and I will be doing that in the very near future once he's ready. But let me tell you right now, man, he has some impressive units. I just hit 62 million, and I'm struggling with building for prototypes. Man, we all struggle, Swim Shady, with building prototypes. Let me tell you right now, it takes forever, and that's why you see me right now performing this like little experiment, as I would like to put it. It's because I wanted to play at the tier where I can put everything out first, and then climb up the tiers there. So that way, I'm always going to be not necessarily at advantage, but I'm always right there, and I'm already complete. I don't have to reset units anymore, or anything like that. The bigger struggle that I think younger players are having a hard time finding is finding their playstyle. What do they enjoy? And even I struggle with this sometimes, and that's why I'm also switching up my setup, so that way I can do a little bit more base to base, but I can also still field support and do base defense along with my Air Force as well. I've been trying to save up for events though, and I maybe even start content creating. You can start content creating, Swim Shady. You should totally do it, man. It's totally worth the time and effort. It is totally worth it. So yeah, let's see what my 9.0 unit is actually at in power. Oh, well, we triggered that. Not like I'm ever going to buy that. So while that retrains, we're going to see what it is at. I'm struggling with which units to use. I have multiple 7.2 units in the bag, and multiple to use for pieces. So let me explain right here. If we go over to the manual right now, yeah, exactly, Mr. Hyde. When you got children involved, man, you got to put those babies first. Those babies come first. But yeah, I'm glad you and me and Legion are all on the same page, because it is an insane deal. And I actually believe I released a whaling guide while on a budget, and I believe at first it was $85. It involved the $50 Mason Pact, then the arms deal, and the battle honors, and then also getting the Indomitable Force pack on top of that when new officers dropped. Yes, prototype pieces are a nightmare. And that's what you should be doing, Swim Shady. You should be focusing on maxing out one unit at a time, get up to a certain degree, and then continuing your climb. That, remember, Warpath is not a sprint, it is a marathon. You need to take your time and make your right moves and be patient. So right here, right now, we're gonna hop over to. Well, we're gonna just do it in modern units. I'm gonna go start with the modder tree, and I'm gonna talk about each individual unit, what I think is good for, they're good for, and how they should be played, and then you guys can go from there. I'm gonna do this with Liberty and also Vanguard. So modern infantry, tanking bases, base defense only. Martyr MBT, garbage. Do not get it. I have one. I'm telling you, it's garbage. Do not get the Martyr MBT. It does not matter the officer pairing. It does not matter at all. It is one of the slowest tanks. It takes forever to retrain. It does not pack enough punch. It does not have enough armor. It just gets. It's like the class clown of the MBTs. Martyr Heli, everyone loves this heli because of the extra penetration. It is good in the field, but it needs to work in conjunction with Vanguard helicopters. There is very clear boundaries on the helis. As an avid heli user, I will tell you right now that this is a frontline heli meant to be an AG pushing the front line. RL. RL is great in the beginning, but it has a very steep fall off. It still has the highest fortification damage, and that is why it is so effective against infantry. Now, the Martyr howitzer, it has the lowest fortification damage out of the howitzers. It does have a good anti-armor score, but it just, for the same thing, you can just do a little bit better with the Liberty. I'd rather just run the Liberty. Martyr fighter plane. This is like your tanking fighter. It also is used for its high dodge rate. It's not the greatest fighter, but it can perform well if supported. So it's a great support fighter plane. Meaning, if you have two fighter planes and they're squatted together, and you're flying them together, they will work well together. Especially if the Martyr one is leading, because then that one goes in. It's starting to soak all the damage. It's doing its intercept. And then the other one, say a Vanguard, which has really high intercept, goes in and just goes ham on it. Now, the Martyr Bomber. The unique thing about the Martyr Bomber is when you are bombing, like with the Vanguard Bomber, it actually hits all the units within the grid, where the Martyr Bomber only strikes 3 units of all units exposed. So it hits 3 units and then it goes off, and it's also meant for, does a little bit bonus damage to tanks. It's a good unit out of Vanguard and also Martyr. It's for an active field fighting role. Is the Vanguard MBT good? That is the Vanguard MBT is absolutely insane. It is an insane unit. It's a good unit. It has 3 perks, whereas the Martyrs and the Liberty has 2 perks. As you can see right here, rapid production, enhanced firepower, armor reinforcement. I mean, that's kind of insane. Plus the additional other 2 up at top. It does what? It's an all-rounder. It does good against armor, personnel, fortifications, and the 1000 shield coefficient, the blast damage resistance of 75%. It's insane. Yeah, it's a staple. Now, there is niche units within Warpath, and that would be like the anti-tank gun. Some people like it, some people hate it. But like with the anti-tank gun, I'm just going to click on this for a second. With the anti-tank gun, you got to understand that it's good for defense, and it's good for supporting your artillery out in the field against bombers. That's what it's meant to be used for. Now, and it's also good for hitting armored targets, but at the same time, it's very slow moving. So it's a niche unit, and some people would say, well, I'd rather have a third Liberty Howie or pick up a Martyr Howie at that case, because then I can still effectively burn bases, which they're not wrong. They still do good. I like having the ATG. I think it's worth having in the base, but a lot of people say it's not. So, super heavy, my least favorite unit. I haven't even built this unit in the game to 7-star. It's my least favorite unit. Its only purpose is for soaking damage. Hands down, only used for soaking damage. Now, the Vanguard Infantry is a tank killer unit. It is very good. It has higher firepower. It's insanely squishy in comparison to the other infantry, but it's insanely good. It does insanely well in the field. Vanguard Helicopter, it does enhance firepower. And we already talked about the HG. Everyone knows that's used for taking out, anything armored, really. Fighter plane, we already talked about that. It has a higher intercept. See, I'm focused on all units swim, Shady, so that way I can be the most flexible out of everyone. That way I can adapt wherever I need to go. Now, onto the Vanguard Bomber. The Vanguard Bomber, it says it right here, blast damage. Vanguard Bombers can simultaneously deal damage to all visible units within the same map grid. So like I said before, instead of like the Martyr striking only 3 units that are visible, it's hitting all the units that are visible. And that's insane. Now, you can use this against tanks if you're set up properly. For example, you can use Skillshare El Carteros, 25% against tanks. You can also stack up damage resist from Inferno, and it just keeps going and going and going. You gotta think outside the box when it's coming to Warpath. You don't want to ever chase the meta. You want to think ahead of the meta so that way you can counter it, and that's how you get tons and tons of kills. That's why a lot of us content creators, you like to see us call out the current meta that we are seeing. Like, for example, like the Houston We Have a Problem video where I called out the turtling issue. Hey David, how's it going, man? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. So when you saw me calling out the turtle meta, it was so people could start saying, okay, I can't just focus on field fighting anymore. I need to start focusing on being able to destroy bases, and how am I going to do that effectively? And now that's when you're starting to see people start now shifting. Onto Liberty, probably one of my favorite trees. I'm a little bit partial to this, and let me explain why. So, if we had to classify, hey David Faring. So if we had to classify Martyr, Liberty, and Vanguard, Vanguard is all offense. Martyr is mostly defense because it's all stacking up on HP. Whereas the Liberty is the jack of all trades, master of none. It is the American redneck. Yeehaw. That is Liberty right there. It is, fuck it, we're going to wing it and we're going to go with it. That is the Liberty tree, okay? So, the Liberty infantry is the most balanced out of all the infantry units. Its smokescreen does apply on base defense. It does stun the unit. I actually seen it once stun an arty that could have killed my base, and it was very, very good because I only had like 1% base HP. The MBT though, it only has rapid production and velocity boost. So it means it's faster. It's the fastest MBT out of them all, and it retrains fast. However, this is the one heli that is meant to either be played by itself or in a rally of only the same unit, and this is the Liberty heli. The Liberty heli gets so fast that it will be the first one to die when engaging in combat, because it's going to outpace all the other helis. It's going to engage first, and then all the enemy units in the rally are just going to target that one unit, and it's going to get killed instantly. So it's a solo player's best friend. It's your reserve sniper. It is your rat with a rotor. That's literally what it is. It's a rat unit with a rotor, and I absolutely love it. You can do pretty much everything with a light tank there, other than attack Air Force units, but you have higher escapability. Yeah, Yeah, exactly. You got with the Liberty MBT, you can hit and run with it. With the Liberty Heli, you got to hit and run with it as well. The Liberty Howitzer has always been the staple of the base to base scene. Everyone loves using it. It has a after it gets its 4 second shot off, it drops down to its 2 second refire. It's amazing. I mean, it's absolutely amazing, and you can't fault it. It looks great. It has great looking unit skins. I mean, it's good on base defense. I mean, it's good on offense. There's a reason why everyone runs it, and it's kind of goated. If you think about the one most consistent meta that's stayed in the game all the way through, it's artillery. Artillery has always been insanely powerful, and it always will be. Now, the Liberty fighter plane actually it has enhanced firepower, but it's the jack of all trades of all the fighter planes available. Yeah, my Liberty Heli is almost fully maxed out, David. Almost fully maxed out. Yeah, it is a goaded unit. It is, Ivan. It is truly a goaded unit, and that you can't go wrong with it. I mean, you can't go wrong with it as far as an artillery unit. But back to the Liberty Fighter. The Liberty Fighter has enhanced firepower, but it doesn't have as high intercept as the Vanguards, but it has higher intercept than the Marder fighter plane. It doesn't have as high maneuverability as the Marder fighter plane, but it has higher maneuverability than the Vanguard. So it's like right smack dab in between. You're going to see this trend with all the Liberty units other than the Howitzer and the Bomber and the light tank. The light tank, this thing, if you are a good player with it, I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna name drop a YouTube creator. I don't know if he's still making content. Maxinator. Maxinator is a goated light tank player. Nepper is also a goated light tank player. There's quite a few people who, like Lead Farmer, another goated light tank player. Those things, if you put them in the hands of a player who knows their weaknesses and has extensive knowledge of playing with them and using them, the light tank is a scary friggin' unit. I'm talking, you can use it for ratting. You can use it to support your front line. You can use it to escort your arty units. You can, I mean, it's a very dangerous unit if used correctly. And it's a very fun unit too. And it's also what I call the free-to-play's best friend. Because when you're maxing out your camp tree for the very first time, right, when I mean camp tree, I mean like if you look at the camps right here, and you go down the bottom, you actually get crates once you max out at the bottom, and you're gonna get gold plus parts for the light tank. Same with the RL, and same with the SH. But the one I think that has the highest keep sake out of them all, I mean, honestly, is the light tank, because you're getting, it holds its value no matter what happens with the meta trend. You're always gonna have a use for it, no matter what. The SH, it fell off for a very long time. The RL, it's been in and out for a very long time. But there's always been powerful light tanks on the field, like the Liberty Howitzer. Light tank is really powerful to pop out and snipe arty. I had one at the start of the year. I always say you can never go toe to toe with a light tank. Pure hit and run and sniping. Exactly. Smoking Cheddar is 100% right there. It is great for sniping units. It's great for that hit and run tactics. I mean, it gets insanely fast. I think the highest speed I've actually seen a Liberty light tank go, I think it had 75 kilometers per hour or 75 miles per hour on its stat bar. I mean, it was kind of crazy. It was ridiculous, to say the least. Yeah. So, I hope I answered you guys' question about the units. Is there anything else you guys would like to know as far as tips or tricks, or how I go about, say, setting up officer pairings? Because I'm here to help you guys, and I'm also here to just hang out with you guys as well. Yeah, the light is a very fun unit. You can see better reports for the MBT, David. For the time being, it will be counterbalanced back. Right now, Madam Havoc on a light tank is going to be absolutely devastating. Oh, I've been up against bases with light tanks, single tank, and wipe out an entire AG and burn a whole bunch of bases. Yeah, you can if you got a strong enough light, you could do a lot of damage. I have a totally unrelated question for you. How are you? I am good. I have some physical injuries, but I'm holding up. Breathany, officer pairings are my favorite subject. Okay, so how I go about setting up officer pairings was actually taught to me by watching a video of Maxinator, and this was years ago. Years ago, before modern units were a thing, before Air Force was a thing. The original OG synergy was Lady Liberty and Winter Huntsman. That was the original. And the reason why was if you looked at Bloody Mary's tactical skill Awakened, she throws a flash bomb at the enemy, dealing a damage coefficient of 1050, increasing the prep time of officer skills by 1 second, and also shocks the enemy troop for 1 second. It means it stops them right in their tracks. And then if you looked at Winter Huntsman's Awakened ability, detonates pre-placed landmines, dealing damage to enemy, damage coefficient 1350. Landmines also trap the ground force troops for 2 seconds, preventing them from movement. So they can't fire, they can't move, and they have their skill prep paused. That was a synergized officer pairing. Would Pain and Valkyrie be an okay combo on a light? Yes, it would, but you need to be careful. That would be a very high hit and run tactic. Now, I would actually replace Valkyrie with actually Madam Havoc, Hitman Killer. Go for that. Run them together. You're going to smack. I'll tell you, you're going to smack. Because with Professor Payne's negative 10% on the damage resist, you're actually going to make up for that with the right here on her third skill. You're going to make it up for it, and you'll still be positive 20. So damage coefficient is pretty much you take your damage and then it's multiplied by that factor. That's your damage coefficient. So if you look at damage coefficient, right, you take the damage and you multiply it by that number. Pretty much cut, dry, simple. The better question is, how is damage calculated? And the damage calculated is different between artillery units, infantry units, and tank units. Also Air Force units. It's very hard to calculate over everything. So like if I use my heli for an example right here. So you see the damage right here. This is before I'm counting skin set buffs, before I'm counting officer buffs, skill tab buffs, officer skills, right there, the damage. So you take your 5.86 million and you multiply it by fire rate and you divide it by accuracy, and you're going to get really close to this number here. And then the rest of it you have to calculate out based off the buffs you have. And I accidentally just smacked my mic. Now, what the hell? Oh, it just kicked off. Okay, well, we'll come back to that in a bit. We'll explore that together. But anyway, what was I going to say? So when you look at damage coefficient, we're going to just use any officer here. Yeah, we'll just use her because she's right up on the screen. The 1800, you take the damage and you multiply it by the damage coefficient, and there's your damage. It's really that simple. But what's crazy about Madam Havoc is right here. If it's in a tank or helicopter unit, its damage coefficient is increased by 25%. So what is 25% of 1800? 25% of 1800 is roughly, if you divide that by 4, it's 450. So 450 on top of 1800 is already 2250. And if you're running her on a light tank or an MBT within 2 shots of your firing, you're going to have max 10 stacks. That means you're going to do an additional damage coefficient of 900. So that now is already 3150 as far as the damage coefficient. That's insane. That's just insane. Because before you have to, if you look at these other officers, say like Argent Flame, that's 1500, and you run him with Maestro right here, that's an additional 1500. You would never between two officers would hit, unless it was a pay to win officer such as Exclusive Lounge, you would never hit over 3000 damage coefficient. But now a single officer has the potential to go over 3000 by herself. Yeah, the full is 2250, yes, but you're forgetting the Awaken skill. Yeah, and the stacks, you can get those stacks very, very easy. Very, very easy, Ivan. H's Game dropped a video on it, and I'm telling you right now, between the MBT, Heli, well, not the Heli, the MBT and Light, you're going to get those max stacks every single time. You will get them, on the Light tank, you'll get them on the very first shot. You'll get all 10 stacks. MBT, you'll take 2 shots to get all of them. But no matter what, by the time your officer skill is released, it will already be at max stacks. So you will always hit at the max damage, that 3150. And that's insane. The firepower is very good, and the damage intensity is also insane as well. It's just an insane officer. This is an officer you need to awaken for any tank unit for when you're swapping in and out of the field. So like for my Heli, I want to put her with Valkyrie, and then when I'm not in the field fight mode, I'm going to switch out for Uncle and Vox on my Heli. So yeah, I got a long way to go. But I'm not opening her up yet until I can get her to level 30 and afford to buy her the Indomitable Force pack. Oh yeah, I forgot to see what this unit would look like now at 9.0. Where are you? 19.5 before wrenches. Not bad. And it's not even maxed out either. So keep that in mind. That's actually pretty good. I can't complain about that. I gotta actually reset now and get everything set up. Oh. So you guys got any other questions for me that I can help you guys with? I have no problem helping you guys. So another fun fact about me, on my hands I have the tattoo Hold Fast. And the reason why I have the tattoo Hold Fast on my hands is so no matter what, no matter how depressed I am, I'm always reminded to hold, stay strong. And that is a very big deal to me. Mr. Hyde, I'm going to recommend you try her on your Light and then try her on your Heli and see which one you like better. Can you explain what the coefficient means? We see it a lot on different damage skills, but not many understanding the terminology. So coefficient means it's a multiple, it's a value to determine. So you take your damage and you multiply it based off the coefficient. So if it says 1800 for a coefficient, it's a multiplier of the actual damage, and that's how you determine your damage value. So pretty much if you look at it, it's 1800 times 341, and then you got that damage value. If you are a new player and you are starting out, hold on a second, I'm just quickly doing something. If you are a new player and you're just starting out and you need to set up, you're starting to work on your tech tree, I will tell you right now which ones you should be working on. So you're going to want to start off with industry and military in your very first level 1 city. Exactly. Always hold fast. I'm not sure if you can see that. There you go. Always hold fast. So, and if you're wondering, my grandfather was a sailor, and he used to tell me about that all the time, and he used to read me the book Moby Dick, and there was a sailor in that book that had the word hold fast on his knuckles, and I got that kind of in memory of him because he passed away during Corona, and that tattoo's much older, but it was always in tribute to my grandfather and his service. So you're gonna want to start with industry and then military in your very first level 1 city. Your goal with military is to get it as high as possible so you can gain a tactical advantage over your opponents as far as unit level. And then in industry, you want to max that out as fast as possible so that way you can farm resources faster. Now, when it comes to city honors, I recommend you max this out, but before you max it out, you're going to want to 6 out of 10 every single tree and get down and get Liberator as fast as possible. This is insanely important, and I mean insanely important. I haven't had a chance to watch your video about the paternal meta, but any tips on killing people with higher power, not necessarily whales per se, but people stronger than you in general. Well, the biggest thing is Swim Shady. It's there's a number of instances there that you could win, and it's going to be hard to cover that in a per se way. If they launch an attack on you and your base manages to wipe out all the troops, that's when you come back and you counterattack. Or you hold on and you message your alliance and they send a rally your way, and then you guys start pushing that player together. That is probably the two best answers I can provide to you there. What would you guys prefer, a third lib Artie or a Martyr or ATG? I'm upset overall performance of the ATG, and Artie seems more balanced. I would go with a third lib Artie if you're not enjoying the ATG. I'm okay with the ATG, David, so I would prefer a third lib. So I usually try to chip them, but I try seeing if there's a more effective way. No, Swim Shady, there it really isn't at the moment. Man, this new officer is the best. That eagle in a light tank. Your opinion is important. Thanks. Volo, I can't pronounce the last of your name, but you can run Madam Havoc with Golden Eagle, and you're gonna have an insane pairing there. It will be absolutely insane. I almost got industry and military maxed out and max city honors. Good, David. Once you have that maxed, I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, do not make the same mistake as me. Do not. Take your time on basic city defense. This is your last tree that does not cost city contribution badges. So if you ever run low, you could chip away at this slowly but surely. All right, and that's the only way you unlock advanced city defense. Your first focus should be maxing out your artillery tree or tank tree, and then I highly recommend maxing out your infantry tree to everybody, because the bottom right here, base and troop damage resist bonus, this entire thing right here actually stacks to every single unit, and it's buffing your base. So just by completing this, and along with airplane tech and the artillery and tank tech, you're going to get a 50% bonus. And if you manage to max out down the road, a very long road from now, the modern war tree, that's an additional 50%, I'm pretty sure. So that now is 100%, damage and damage resist bonus. So you want to focus, your primary tree is here, then go here. For me, I am maxing one tree at a time. So as you can see right here, I am almost done with my infantry tree. Very close. I actually am going to start pushing this one so I can get the concrete bunker started, because I'm starting to run low on city contribution badges. And then from there on, I'm going to do Air Force, one of Air Force, one of Advanced City Defense, and chip away at it to get through them together. And then I'll continue that there. Doom Moon, hey, what's up? A lot of Reign of Apocalypse uses breath. Yes, it is. There is a lot of users of artillery. So how's it going, Do Moon? How can I help you today? And welcome to the channel and the stream. I usually wait until the arty is dead before attacking. Yes, that is a smart move. That is a smart move, Swim Shady. Let them attack first, and do an 8-second cooldown thingy, and then counterattack while the arty is dead. Yes, that is the right move, Ivan. Again. Oh, alright. I gotta actually start doing this right now. Hopefully I can get some martyr units out of airdrops. I don't know about you guys, but it's the most satisfying thing when I pull a 5-star unit out of an airdrop. Did you see the new event? You mean the all champ qualification? Yeah, I've seen it. I have really not much of an opinion on it because it's going to be pretty much heavy spenders all the way through. And I'm just not that interested in it because these are the guys that spend very heavily and they can afford to do that. And I can't. I can't do that. Like, as you can see right here, I'm in 100 plus. And I've been playing for, on this account, yeah, minimum 3 years, going on 4th year on this account. But what I am interested in is Battlefest. I am very curious about Battlefest. That is a big deal for me. Very big deal. Because of Mechanical Mayhem. I'm curious about Mechanical Mayhem. Did you see the new event? Oh yeah, I've long since gave up gunning for the top events. As soon as I saw someone drop 50k in a gunning of the top event, I was like, nope, not doing that. Not ever. And congrats on almost finishing your military tree. That's good. Let's get this next airdrop done. As you can see right here, only thing I buy from the Alliance store is the drink tokens, right here, these coupons. And if you need to, I would recommend you awaken War Machine. He still holds his value to this day. Definitely want him, and this is the only place you can get him for free. And you're gonna want, and I only invest in the VIP points. And as you can see right now, and this is me just going through my daily grind, contributing where I can, helping people where I can. Now, what I do love about this new update in 10.3 is the fact that you get these supply missions up at the top, and that is huge. I started playing on it at 17, and all level 1 cities had been full. I've been playing for a while. Yeah, you have been playing, bud. You've been, that's like 5 years, David? 5 years, I think that is. Now you see this right here? This is what I like. I could just trade this in right here. Then I can refresh and go back and hit it again. And I can just look for this 5-star gift right here and just get through them. And it all helps my alliance. I think that's an amazing feature. So you remember how the supply mission right here? You remember how when people used to spend packs? Well, buy packs and everything, we used to get these little crates right here. Well, they added this where each person gets 4 a day, and they can contribute a building resource and an RSS resource of steel, oil, or cat military funds. And you can get 4 crates for your alliance per day. But you can refresh these at any time and get tier 6 crates very easily and donate them, and everyone gets max crates. And it's very handy. Alright, Z6 stud. War Machine is actually insanely useful on any unit. I use him on my Liberty Artie right now. My Liberty Howie. I ain't gonna lie, I use him on that. As you can see right here. Use him right on my Liberty Howitzer. Oh yeah, I gotta finish resetting those units. Wow, I'm all over the place. My VIP level is VIP 16. I'll happily show that to you. Now, as you can see right here, the goal is to get these right here. So you get them at 16, 18, and 20. And you at 18, you're going to get 2 a day. At 20, you're going to get 3 a day. So if you're a free-to-play player, it's going to take a very long time. I highly recommend you grind towards VIP 20, the best of your abilities. You started playing in April 2021. Let me show you something really cool. You guys want to see something really cool? Oh no, no, you can absolutely use it, but like that with but I don't have Awakened Ivan. So he's a great filler officer for the meanwhile until I have Awakened. But I want to show you guys something really cool. Alright, can you guys see it? I got my first anniversary album, my second, and my third. Let's check this out. You can see how old this account is. This is how old my account is. On 2021, 12/02. Like, so, December 2nd, 2021. That's when this command center was built. Nice. You got him. What do you think of the Navy when it comes out? I think Navy's going to be exciting. I don't think it's going to be fun, but I can't talk too much about it. I can say, though, that you should start preparing now. And think normally. That's the best way I could say it. As of 2022, of January, February, March 3rd, I reached level 28. That's when this came out. And I got, my first unit was a Matilda light, a heavy tank, and a Vanguard bomber. As you guys can see, I have my very first strong unit was a Liberty Medium. It was at 25.9k power. It was 92.93 higher than everyone on the server at the time. This is how much I had actually farmed on the map. Believe it or not, it was way harder to get resources back then than it is now. Those resource buffs of farming was a huge help. You're almost at 20 now. Yeah, this is Scouting Fog. I hate Scouting Fog. I wish they would find use for the scout planes. As you can see, 1,088 Raven troops. I did focus on Awakening Guardian of Truth because I liked him. I liked how he operated, and I liked him overall. At that time, my highest power was 15.6 million, and my VIP level was level 11. At the time, I only had defeated 130k enemies. What happened to the Grand Showdown events? I have no idea, Ivan. I have no idea. As you can see, I was talking to Loaded Ambition, or aka Loaded. We used to be like Loaded for You. I was helping him learn the game, like I said before. We shared almost 400 messages. And now we're going to go on to these rewards and then on to the second one. Yeah, it was hard to farm and get reserves back then. The replenishment rate was something like 3 to 5 minutes. You are absolutely right, David. We got too many Davids in the chat. I need to go with. Is it okay if I go by Vingman for you? And as you can see, this is my second anniversary one. And yeah, we already know all this. Da-da-da-da-da. We're going to just go like this. So the account was 474 days old. I had more login days than 78% of commanders on that server, which was S29. As you see right here, I pretty much doubled everything with Raven. This is where I reached 91 million power. I was right at the cusp of 100 million. And my very first modern unit was the Liberty Heli. Everyone else went MBT, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go Heli. Why not? And I don't regret it. Its power was 11.9 million. And it was 99% higher than everyone else. And I also had a Martyr bomber at the time, which was at 3 million power. Yeesh. And as you can see, I completed the City Honors tree, 21% of the Advanced Combat tree. Yeah, I had only 5 Awakened Officers and 2 Elite Officers. Oh. Yeah, I'm Commander Vingman in Warpath. I'm a leader of a small 73-member Silver Alliance. That's awesome, Vingman. That's awesome. Make sure you bring your Alliance members in so I can help them grow as well. I'm here to help you guys. I had 6 gold plus parts. I had 20 gold plus parts. And I had hit level 100 in wrenches, the legacy wrenches on the MD 500 Defender, which was a Pacific helicopter unit. I think it was 8.2. Everyone that knows me usually calls me Ving. Well, I'm going to call you Ving now. I just don't know if you prefer being called by your first name or your last name. So as you can see right here, I had 400k kills, and I was at 98.47% higher than most commanders at the time in my server. And yeah, we had that one free beef base skin. We took 5th in Cairo. I remember that one. That was kind of crazy. And here we go. Here's the honorary tribute. This is the most recent one. Now, we're going to just skip right on through this. 833 days, 85% higher than most commanders. At the time, I was 207 million power. And yeah, you can see I have farmed a crap ton. I had defeated only 796 enemies so far. Who's the best light tank free to play combo? Maybe Rapier and the new officer. I actually say it is Rapier with the new officer, hands down. That critical strike and her skills, hands down. All you need to do there is stack like damage resist on your light tank a little bit to just give it a little bit extra beef there, and put. I wouldn't even do that. I would stack the balance skills of Herald of Peace and Maestro on each officer, and then I would take Valkyrie special skill and put on the lead officer there, and then you're getting a 10% damage intensity increase, damage resist increase. You're getting that awesome damage resist debuff from Valkyrie, and then on top of that, on your second skill, you can put off offensive skill of normal attack damage boost from Svalin, and then you could put another balanced damage intensity increase and damage resist. So you're going to have a 50% damage resist there between skills. You're going to have a 20% direct damage intensity increase, a 30% normal attack damage increase, and Valkyrie's sundered armor skill. That's going to be insane, and I tell you right now, that's going to be absolutely freaking devastating. And look, Volo, look right here. Come back and tell me how it works. Get a video, send it to me. I'll make a badass short out of it. So back to this. I am planning on doing 2 videos a week, 2 streams a week. That is my plan right now. So I would like to do 1 community day and also 1 Warpath like classroom day where I answer questions for you guys, or we just play the game together. I mean, that's really what's up, right? Back to this real quick though. We're at 796 kills in this book so far. We have burnt through 351k energy. I had the Apache helicopter. We surpassed 180k. It was 99.31% higher than all others. I had my Vanguard fighter plane. Was at 93.7k and surpassed 97% of all commanders. Oh, okay, Kana. Okay, I'm trying to figure out like if you were trying to say Corona, but you're saying Kana, and now and then I clicked to me that Scope's name is Kana. My bad. And as you can see, I had max modern wrenches. I always go by Scopes with him, so I never use his actual name. And keep in mind, pseudo dementia is part of the conditions I have with my depression. So sometimes it's hard for me to remember names. At this time, I had awakened 14 officers. I had 12 Gold Plus Plus parts and 23 Gold Plus. And I had 6 modern units at the time, and my strongest was the Apache yet again. And 721 collection points. Yep, and we secured first in Rome. That was when I was with TLK. And that was an absolute shit show. If you know, you know. If you're in the know, you know. That was an absolute shit show. Wouldn't put that on my worst enemy. Would not. Hands down, would not put that on my worst enemy. That was an absolute shit show. Now, I am looking forward to receiving this free epic base skin in 2025. Yeah, GK himself didn't know, and when I said Connor, so you're good. So you're good. Well, no, I've known his name for a while, but it just didn't click. Ivan. Joe, what artillery unit does Saber of the Nation perform best on? What is the best officer pairings for Saber of the Nation? That is very good question. So, I have Saber of the Nation awakened, and he is a good officer, but he does not stand up to the test of time because I find his damage is unreliable. Now, Joe, the next question I have for you is, are you a pay-to-win player or a free-to-play player? Because I'm going to give you the 2 best options right now. You're going to want Antonina Shevchenko, or Champion of the People, or Lady Liberty. That is going to be your best bet. Now, if you want the very best option, you're going to need to either grind a year to get Lady Liberty or pay roughly $1,600 USD to get her. Or you can go the free-to-play route, which will do slightly less damage, and go with Antonina Shevchenko. Now, the reason why you want to use these 2 officers with Saber of the Nation is because Saber of the Nation's entire skill, his tactic skill, is determined by map grid. And the Antonina Shevchenko and Lady Liberty are the only ones that increase the map grid range on your artillery. So that is why. So max grid range is the best way to max him out. So if you're going to use him, you're going to want those 2 officers. And so you understand what max grid range, as you can see right here, Phantoms 2 is just outside of the range right there. I have Antony of Chichenko right there with War Machine, and this would be max stacks because it's just within the range, as you can see. So the more map grid range is away, the more damage it will do. And now, I take it, Joe, you must have just recently awakened Saber of the Nation, like many of us did. I'm actually going to encourage you to keep him, use him for his skills. He does phenomenally well on an ATG, no matter the range. And the reason why is because of his... I should have kept this up, but I wanted to show the grid range. The reason why is because of his awakened skill, where he has a 30% chance to instantly activate his tactical. Well, I'm grinding right now my second exclusive lounge officer, which is Red Heat. Red Heat right here. Right now she's 3322. And she is 7 out of 20 for going up to 3-3. So I'm going to go 3-3, get them all up to 4-4. Then I'm going to focus 5, 5, 5, and then start this one and chip it away. That's going to be my pecking order. I just want to get them all to 4. So she's somewhat useful on the battlefield. She doesn't really truly become super valuable until you get this skill. She's still powerful, but that'll be good. Is Stinger Fist better on a Martyrs Arty or a Liberty Arty? Hitman Killer. It all depends on your camp buff. Wait, what are you saying, Deagle? Late response, good to know. Huh? Stinger Fist is better on a Martyr Arty or a Liberty Arty. I'm going to say Liberty Arty. Liberty Arty, hands down. You're going to have better versatility with the Liberty Arty over the Martyrs Arty. So you just want to get used to that right then and there. Also, the Martyrs Arty, I just always feels very lackluster. The one positive thing I can say about the Martyr Arty is that it has some badass skins. Like, I like that new purple skin that just came out, and the Desert Viper skin. That was pretty cool. And I have the Red Demon skin for it, for the Martyrs Arty. But I just feel that the Liberty Howitzer just performs better. Oh, I'm sorry, Deagle. I said, I had to give you a roundabout answer. So, Deagle, what you want to do about Navy is you want to just normally prepare like you would for Air Force. Okay, I can't go into too much detail, or else that will get me in trouble. So I'm gonna say, just stockpile. Just stockpile. I'll show you what I'm doing. That's a better way. Oh, I'm gonna be excited. Deagle asked what I'm gonna think about Navy when it comes out. I'm excited for it, and you should be too. I think it's gonna bring a whole new level to gameplay. And the reason why I'm gonna say that is gonna be like this. Do you want to have the best of all worlds? Do you want to be able to field fight? Do you want to be able to be a supporter? Do you want to be able to base to base? Do you want to be able to do base defense? Navy provides that. It gives you all spectrums. It's another branch or arm for you to go out. Like, so if I'm supporting, I'm going to support with my Air Force or sending a unit there. If I want to do base defense, then I use my actual units. If I want to field fight, I use my heli or my infantry. And that would be, the common concept. But now, if I have the Navy arm, say that it's like over here somewhere, you get to choose whether you're going to use. Are you going to use that for base to base, or are you going to use that, for field fighting, or what are you going to use it for? And everyone's seen the leaks on there, what units or what. So, and you're going to have those options there. So you get to choose. It's an extra arm to go about going in. I think Navy's going to play a very big role. I think it's going to be a fun addition, especially for the older heads, Ivan. The reason why it's going to play a very big role is because it's something new, something fresh. And that's important, especially after the Sky Fortresses and Titans were such a huge flop. And then, there was a couple failures with, L4s like Cairo, San Francisco. I mean, it's going to be it's a very big, important piece to the puzzle. Oh, man. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're ever wondering about Fubar and you hear me taking a drag, just so you know, Fubar is 420 friendly. Okay? 420 friendly. Yep. So, yeah. I was called out on that in a couple videos. So, yeah. I wanted to verify that rumor. So, everyone knew that. Yeah, Sky Fortress was a flop. Like a massive flop. Sky Fortress and Titans were a massive flop. It was a total nightmare. The biggest problem with Lilith right now is they're not really being innovative. They're sitting on a gold mine, but they're not capitalizing on it. And because I went to school for video game design, they really should actually listen and start capitalizing on these things. Dillinger, what's up, man? Glad to see you here, man. Holy crap. Welcome to the stream, bud. Anyway, so what I was saying, like earlier in my Discord, when you are fighting, right? You see these trees right here? If I were to pull an infantry unit out, you should be able to blend into these trees and be able, yo, Obi John Wink, what's up, man? What's good? You see, you guys should, hey, Scopes, welcome, bud. You're getting to see me for the very first time, bud. Yeah. So, like I was saying, the when we get to it, right? Lilith is actually kind of shooting themselves in the foot because they're limiting themselves in ways of combat. They're making Warpath into like an arcade game. Because if you were, say, you had this infantry unit and you moved it to a tree line, if it was able to blend in with the trees and ambush units as it went by, it'd be more realistic. Same with it being able to occupy a village. So that way it would be able to defend the village and also attack units. That would be another very effective thing. But you should be also able to, say, station artillery units in a village as well. Scopes is my twin. How do you feel about that, Scopes? How do you feel about that, Scopes? They're calling me a twin. They're calling you my twin. I'm like so much older than Scopes. Fun fact, guys. I actually tomorrow's my birthday. I turn 36 tomorrow. Yeah, that's because I shaved my beard, guy. My guy, I have a lady. If it's too long, she ain't gonna like it. Because when you're in that moment, it becomes a broom. It's no longer a beard. It's a broom. Trust me, I've been there, done that. It's not a fun situation. You're gonna have your old lady going like this. Scopes is the man with the golden voice. I tell him that every time, man. He has an awesome voice. Scopes is very knowledgeable in the game. I tell you right now, I'm glad Scopes actually decided to become a Warpath content creator. He's a great contribution to the content creating community for Warpath, and I'm happy for that. Well, here's the thing, Scopes. I could talk in many different accents. I could talk Masshole, I could talk Southern, I could talk Louisiana, I could talk Cajun, I could talk broken American. So, yeah. Thank you, Dillinger. Thank you guys for the happy birthday wishes. But yeah, like here you go. Park the car in the harbor yard, my brother. Let's go. What's going on down the hill? Or if I wanted to go down there and go, hey y'all, how you doing today? So we're gonna go down and go get some shrimp and some crab and go down and get the orange slices and get the blue crab boil going, and we're gonna put some friggin' gumbo in there and get that going and get the friggin' bugs out of the bed and get them in there as well. Yeah, yeah, we have a lot of different accents in America. It's all about what you want to run. I try keeping my accents neutral. Thank you, Vingman. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Big hearts to you guys. Big hearts. But back before we keep getting sidetracked. um so Lilith is really shooting itself in the foot with its capabilities there. So with that said, what I'm trying to say is if like infantry or artillery units or tanks could occupy a village there, that'd be much more believable. If units could be moved into terrain and actually, you know, ambush units, then that would be more believable as well. If helicopters did not fly, then land would be. Oh, thank you, Brethany. Didn't fly and land, that'd be more believable. Instead of they just did like a constant strafe and like would circle the target in a scope area there and fire on it, that'd be more believable. But and also if fighter planes could shoot down actual, you know, helicopters, that would be more believable as well. Instead of just bombers, I think it would be there. I wish they did all the chant per server. I agree with you there, Scopes. I do wish they would do that too. I also wish they would, you know, narrow it down a little bit too, because like a lot of players won't be able to get that like qualification at all. But as I was saying earlier, Lilith is sitting on a gold mine and they're just not utilizing it properly. Like they could use, like if infantry could lay out landmines or tank traps, that would be better too. Thank you, Ghost, for the happy birthday wish. Thank you, guys. Yeah, they do way too much, but they do it in a very narrow spectrum. And if they didn't do it in a narrow spectrum, I think the game would be in all the better. Because then I think more, like for example, if they changed up their spending habits, for example, and made things a little bit more affordable. For example, this is where I am very firm and adamant on this. Yes, you should feel like you need to pay, but they need to limit this down. 8,000 for 3 base reskins. Like, look at that right there. So you need to spend. You get 1,000 tickets there, and you need 3,000 tickets per dragon piece. So let's put it that way. That's $300, $600, $900 right there. Thank you, Swim Shady, for the happy birthday, Mish. So yeah, you got that's freaking $900. If you can you imagine? Yeah, I can't see dropping $900 on pixels. It's at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's pixels. What I could see is dropping $20 like a Call of Duty pack, especially for the mediocre amount of what you're getting for a buff. $900 for 3%. I mean, well, in this case, $300 plus tax for 3%. Well, it's not just that. I'm just using this as an example. You can say the same with Gunning for the Top. You know, also Legendary Lounge. I mean, if they lowered their prices drastically, right? When I'm saying like 75% of the cost, man, whaling wouldn't be an issue. The free to play and the pay to win wall would be so much smaller. It would be ridiculous. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? That's how you solve that problem. Your pay to win wall will essentially collapse in on yourself, right? You would be making more profit. You would be getting more people spending. You wouldn't be losing out because if someone's spending $1,000 a day now, right? Let's just put it that way, right? We'll use I have no money. If he is spending that amount of money now, if you reduce the prices, he's just gonna buy more. He would just buy more. Like what? He's just gonna buy more. The only thing they could do is like they would just have limitations. It'd equal out. They would bring more customers into their profit field. That's how I feel. They would be getting more customers, a more consistent payout from the game, and they would also have the big spenders still spending. I mean, it's like a win-win-win. It's just my thoughts. I could be wrong. I am wrong sometimes. I am wrong a lot of the times. You can ask my partner. She'll tell you I'm a fucking dipshit. I spend money occasionally when I'm doing bad in the L4. I try avoiding spending money so much. I really do try. I really do. And the reason why I try avoiding it is because I need to put my money elsewhere. And that is the best bet right there. Ah, there we go. I actually wonder if that's going to max out jurisdiction and if it will get me through some of the daily arms race. Yeah, it actually got me pretty good dang close. Where am I? Yep. Not close enough, but I'm getting there. He doesn't care about money because he's a trader in crypto. Hey, to each their own. As long as it's paying your bills and you can live a comfortable lifestyle within your means, that's and then all to it, bro. I'm happy for you, man. That's how I look at it, honestly. Start new. And yeah, we'll just blitz this one. Why not? Because I know I don't have enough for the. Well, let's go over here. Fuck it. Not bad. Can't complain. Just dump everything into it. Yeah, I wish I knew how to trade too, right, Scopes? I'm really freaking broke in that sense. I like to stick to with things I know and I'm comfortable with. That's my biggin. That's where I kind of stick with that. See, right now, what I'm trying to do is just get through that last level 9 research. So I'm going to just spend as much gold as possible to get that nailed out and out of my hair. Because I'm tired of looking at it. I want to get that concrete done. Getting there. Yeah, I'm always slim on rushes because I'm always rushing because, like, I suffer from OCD. So, like, I'm even slim on, you name it, I'm slim on it. Scopes, you name it, I'm slim on it. Don't, like, my resources are good, but my building materials I'm slim on because I'm always constantly upgrading. It's my OCD there. And also, as you can see, I'm slim on my statues, my books. I'm good on my buffs for the most part, but I'm slim on big buffs. Oh yeah, I will rush because I'm tired of looking at that damn thing. I get impatient too, you know. Oh, not much, not much at all. Right there. That's where I'm at. But I also don't. Like I said, I don't really buy those. Yeah, I do need to do those level 13 bunkers, just like you showed me. Yeah, I should do bunkers more often. I completely agree. Which I probably will start doing that. I'll probably have you show me that again, and do that again. I will make this very very clear. You're gonna hear from me, guys. I know what I know, but it doesn't mean I always have the best answer. And that can be said for Death Wish. That can be said for 44 Mag. That can be said for Scopes. We will always have, every single one of us, a different answer, and there's no right answer. There's because at the end of the day, we're all building towards the same goal. Thank you, Iceman. Yeah, I run low all the time on supplies. It is ridiculous. The one thing I'm not doing though, I will tell you right now, is I will not, and I mean it, I will not be doing a critical error of like buying 8-hour rushes in here. I won't be doing that. But I won't be doing bunkers for rushes outside of that event. Nope. I will be doing. I'll figure it out. It's not a big deal. Uh, I have a very iffy feeling with Death Wish. To be fully honest with you, very very iffy feeling. It's just I just don't like how he carries himself or how he treat. I don't like how he treats others. See, here's the thing. You get 8 hour. Oh, you're talking about flag bunkers, Scopes. I didn't know you were talking about flag bunkers. Okay. So, my mentality is, right, when it comes to approaching people, right, and your viewers and your audience, be humble. Be humble. Why? Because they might know something you don't, and they might be able to help you get where you want to go. Be humble. Everyone is a king in their own right. You're not they're not competing with you. Why compete with them? Compete with yourself to better yourself. It's like it's like my dad always used to say to me, and he imparted his wisdom on me. It's always your fault. It's your fault if you succeed. It's your fault if you fail. Everything stems back to you, and that's how I carry myself. So I like would go out of my way trying to help other creators grow and encourage them. And like I said earlier, like if you guys want to make content on Warpath, I encourage you. Reach out to me. I'll try helping you to the best of my abilities. And yeah, that's something. That's something you guys. I honestly say I did this not to get famous, not to make it a business. The money does help, but I mean, I'm paying taxes on it anyway, and I reinvested it into the stream. And but the majority of it was to help you guys, to keep you guys wanting to play the game because I enjoy the game and I enjoy having people to play with and interact with, and that was the majority of it. And also, mostly self-taught. Everything here you're seeing is I'm self-taught. For example, I had to learn how to make thumbnails, and I talked with 44 Mag and Scopes on about, and at the time also General Ghost about making thumbnails. And I mean, like they would give me tips and tricks there because I had zero clue. I had no idea about Canva. I had no idea about any of that. And I use, but is it Can you see me? Stream's still going. Oh, stream is lagging a bit. I apologize if it is lagging. I am sorry. We have bad weather where I'm at right now, so thank you, Deagle, for the birthday wish. I appreciate it, buddy. Anyway, we're gonna be ending the stream in 4 minutes, so I'm gonna finish what I'm gonna say. Okay. Um, can you guys see it? Can you see it now, Scopes? Because I changed scenes. Let me know if you guys can see it fine or whatnot. I don't know if it froze on Scope's end, but if it's still working for you, Brett, let me know. Ivan, can you see it? Don't be so disappointed in 44 Mad Ghost. He's still an amazing content creator, and he is doing his best to help everyone. But Death Wish is advertising false news versus real news, and it cut off. Did it cut off right now, Brethany? Wait, you guys can all right. You guys can still see me. All right, that's good. As long as you guys can see me and hear me. So what I was trying to say is that let me just start over, okay? Because we had that whole hiccup there, and I just lost my train of thought. Everyone is a king. Everyone is either a king or a queen. Do not compete with other kings. Compete with yourself, and that's how you're going to succeed. Courage is a choice, not an option. It's a choice. You choose to be brave when you're afraid. You choose to go forward and go to the gym when you're worried about being ridiculed or you're insecure about your weight. It's all about that. So, like my father said, everything is your fault. Whether you succeed, it's your fault. Whether you fail, it's your fault. At the end of the day, you can count on yourself. So what I'm trying to say is you just need to believe in yourself. Everything is possible in this world. Everything at the end of the day is possible. You have value, and I want you guys to know that. And I appreciate you guys coming out for the birthday wishes, hanging out with me until 9 p.m., 2-hour stream. I appreciate that. So with much love, I appreciate every one of you guys. This is Fubar. I got your 6. Peace and hold fast. Alright, now we are stopping the stream. Peace.